It's time to read chapter 13, The Prince Disappear. Okay, over this. Here, eagle4u.com. The Disappearance of the Prince, chapter 13. A heavy drowsiness presently fell upon the two comrades. The king said, "Who knew these rags, meaning his clothing?" And then disappeared. The boy, without dissent or remark, tucked him up in bed, then glanced about the room, saying to himself ruefully, "He hath taken my bed again. I've become married. What shall I do?" The little king observed his perplexity and dissipated it with a word. He said sleepily, "Thou wilt sleep athwart the door and guard it." In a moment more he was out of this trouble in a deep slumber. "Dear heart, he should have been born our king," muttered Hendon, admiring his place part of the marble. Then he stretched himself across the door on the floor, saying contentedly, "I've lodged the words for 7 years, though, to redouble gratitude to him above to find fault with this." He dropped asleep as the dawn appeared. Toward noon he rose, uncovered his unconscious while of section at a time, took his measure with a string. The king awoke, just as he had completed his work, complained of the cold, and asked what he was doing. "This down, now's my reach," said Hendon. "I have a bit of business outside, but will presently return." Street door, again door, delisted. "They'll let me cover the head," also thought to be warned sooner. The king was back in dreamland before his speech was ended. Miles slipped softly out, and slipped softly in again. And because of 30 or 40 minutes, with a complete second-hand suit of boys' clothing, of cheap materials, and showing signs of wear, and both tight and suited to the season of the year, he seated himself and began to overhaul his purchase, mumbling to himself, "A longer purse would have got a better sort, but when one has not a long purse, one must be content with what a short one may do. There was a woman in our town did dwell." He stirred, I must sing in earnest the thunderous kisses this note good mirthlessly on what is this journey before him. And he so wearied out through chaff, and this garment is worn out a stitch here and another step, and one just will set right in this other is better about a stitch, or to will lots come amidst in it. Likewise these will be very good and sound, and will skip is small, with warm and dry, all new thing to him to light, since his first been used to food it bare, and winters and summers the same, so the thread or the bread, since one the thirst used sufficient for a parting. And such bread be needed without crust for meal left, and now shall I have the demons to own on time to thread it. And so he had as he did as men have always done, and probably always to do. The end of the time hell, needed silks and tried to thrust at the threads for the eye, which is the opposite of a woman's way. Time and time again, the thread missed the mark, and going sometimes on one side of the needle, sometimes on the other, sometimes doubling up against the shaft. But he was patient, having been through these experiences before. When he was soldiering, and he succeeded at last, and took up the garment, and had lain waiting, meantime across his lap, and began his work. In his favorite purpose that is to come included, and there is withal left to buy a couple of donkeys and meet over the coast for the 2 or 3 days, and betwixt this and the friend that awaits us on Hannah. She loved her house, follow me, and I will read the needles under my name. The method's little, not a novelty, but it's not a convenience neither. We should marry their little one, never done it. The troubles will vanish there, so likewise this temper. She loved her husband dearly, and but another man's. These be noble large stitches holding the garment up and viewing it, admiring they have a grandeur and majesty that cause the smallest ones of the tailor man to look mightily stately and plebeian. She loved husband dearly, and but another man she loved she married. Did I not goodly piece of work, and towards the road with expedition? Now I await him, have for him, for him, feed him, I look high and us to the mat by the tabard in Suffolk, and then be pleased to rise. Where is he answereth not with her? A rich or a truth must I profane. She sacrificed sacred person with a torch as he slumbers in depth to speech what? He threw back the covers, the boy was gone. He stared about him in speechless astonishment for a moment, noticed for the first time that his words and legged lemons were also missing. Then he began to rage and storm and shout for the innkeeper. At the moment a servant entered, which is the first, explained the rim of Satan. Oh, the time is come, or the man of war and Mr. Savage springs forward, and the wares that his letters could not find his slow tongue. For instance, for Floyd and surprise was the boy, in disjointed and trembling syllables, and the man gave the information desired. You were hardly gone from the place your worship when a youth came running and said it was yours worshipful that boy come to straight at the bridge and on the southward side. So I brought him hither, and when he worked at the letter and gave his message, the writer's lead scrambled some little for being disturbed sorely, as he called it, but straightway first his legs, and when he reduced on saying he had been better manners, that your worship came himself, thus and a stranger's son. As a daughter a fool, and easily cogent hang, oh, the breed, yeah. Mayhaps no hurt is done, possibly no harm is meant to boys. I will go fetch him, and make the table ready, stay the covering of the bed. Well disposed as if to one raised beneath them to heaven, advised. I know that. Being worshipped, I saw the youth and melted through them. It has came for the boy, thousand dust, that was done to achieve me. This pliant was done to gain times. Hark, was that a use wrong? Oh, your worship. Sure, lordship. Collect these scatters with thinkings of thieves take times, man. After a moment stopped, and the servant said, when he came, none came with him, but now as I remember me that as the two stepped into the throngs of the breaches of the fiends, a looking man pointed out from some nearest place, just as he was joining them. What then? Out with it, thundered the impatient Hendons, interrupting. The slender crowd wrapped them up and closed them in, and so no mercy being called by my masters, who was in a rage because the joint that the scrivener had orders was forgot. Though I take all the same to witness to that frame is the fullest miscarriage you were like holding the unborn babe. The judgment was since come out of my sight, Egypt. The praying drives me mad. Lord, whither art flying? Turn by instant, and went, and they toward that southward. Even so, to your worship first, as I said before, as to that the testers will join the babe unborn, and know it more than. Art here, yep, and the freighting street vanished as I throw thee. The servitors vanished, the hindrance therefore loud. After him surpassed him, and plunged down the stairs to two steps at her stride, muttering tis not a scurvy lane, and then framed his last. Son, I have lost thee, and my little man, it's muffled his bitter thought, and I had come to love thee so. No, by book and bash, not lost for all, let's say. And then land till upon the again the full chart yonder. It is to breakfast and minds, but I have no hunger now, so let's have it speed. That's the word. And then as he wound his ship way through the noisy tumultuous up on the bridge, and he several times unsettled himself the cranes down to the throat, as if it was a particular breathing. When he grumbled, but he currently thought Mars and asked it to sweet that the would still have done it for another while. Let's finish reading chapter 13, the disappearance of the prince. Okay, done.